We're sick of this shit. We really are. And there will be no narrative that I will not prod when it comes to figuring out why people are lying about the state that Charlie was in when it came to the topic.
He would nod to that and be like, you know, I've looked into it. But he'd always say, if they're gonna get me, they're gonna get me. He wasn't afraid.
I really, everyone has an opinion about me. I could care less.
So Candace Owens has officially called war, and this time it's not just talk. She's backing a whistleblower tied to Turning Point USA, who is straight up accusing Erika Kirk of embezzlement and allegedly funding her ex's lavish lifestyle with money that was never meant for that. And y'all, this didn't come out of nowhere. Candace has said more than once that she's always believed there was more to Charlie Kirk's death than what we were told. She's hinted that things didn't add up, that timelines felt off, and that certain people benefited way too much, way too fast. Because when you really look at Erika's moves since Charlie passed, people are starting to feel uncomfortable. She reportedly made millions from his death alone, between donations, payouts, and support that flooded in almost immediately. And instead of stepping back, she's built an entire public image around it. Not gonna lie, people are noticing. And it doesn't help that more details have been coming out showing that Erika hasn't exactly been honest about her past. Things like relationships she never mentioned, including a fiancé before Charlie, stories that don't fully line up, timelines that keep changing depending on who's asking.
Conspiracy theory, I'm wrapped in, people say I'm a part of conspiracy theories all the time. It's sick, and it needs to stop. We are human. No one is perfect.
So let's talk about the money, because once Charlie Kirk passed, that's when people really started looking at Erika Kirk differently. Almost right away, folks noticed that Erika didn't disappear or go quiet the way most people expected. Based on reports and public info that's out there, she allegedly pulled in millions in donations, had a life insurance payout rumored to be around $10 million, plus money from book royalties and the sale of their home. And all of that didn't trickle in slowly either. It came in fast. A lot of people expected her to step back, lay low, take time, and just grieve in private for a while. But instead, Erika stayed very visible. She was out doing public appearances, going on media runs, hosting people, even hosting Nicki Minaj, and stepping out in clean, put-together outfits that didn't really scream fresh grief to a lot of viewers.
And we are so blessed to have you. We are so grateful. I mean,
thank you. I'm honored to be here. I am honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Love you guys.
Now, as y'all probably know by now, Candace Owens has been questioning the circumstances around Charlie Kirk's death for a long time. Not quietly either. She said publicly that she doesn't believe everything adds up, that certain details don't sit right with her, and that she believes more than one person may have been involved.
There will be no narrative that I will not prod when it comes to figuring out why people are lying about the state that Charlie was in when it came to the topic.
And just that alone caused tension, real tension, to the point where Erika Kirk herself ended up tweeting about Candace, and the two of them reportedly set up a private meeting to talk things out. And y'all, that tells you everything you need to know. This wasn't two friends having a disagreement. This was two people standing on opposite sides of a very uncomfortable conversation, trying to keep it from exploding publicly. Now, this is where the timeline starts getting confusing. One of the allegations floating around online, pushed by whistleblowers and repeated by Candace, is that Erika was allegedly seen near Fort Huachuca on September 8th, with follow-up activity stretching into the early hours of September 9th. And that detail matters because the location matters and the date matters. But instead of that being addressed head-on, what people say we got instead was a performance. Enter Andrew Colvett. He goes live, starts texting a YouTuber, and claims he has proof that Erika couldn't have been at some fort because metadata allegedly shows she had dinner with Charlie on September 9. And the internet immediately said, hold on, pause, rewind. Because that metadata doesn't actually disprove anything about the night before. It just shifts the focus and changes what people were originally being asked to believe in the first place. In her own words, Erika explained September 9th like this. She said Charlie was at the office all day and that they were only supposed to meet up later for dinner with a friend, which already tells you they weren't together that whole day.
Tell me about the day before the shooting.
He was at the office and we were going to meet for dinner beforehand with a dear friend of ours.
She also said she stayed back in Phoenix because her mom was dealing with a medical issue and that Charlie ended up coming home alone that night. According to her, they didn't even sleep in the same room, and she says she didn't see him the morning of September 10th either. So let's slow down for a second and really sit with that. If she had to meet up with him later, then she wasn't with him all day. If she was in Phoenix dealing with her mom, then she wasn't glued to his side. And if he came home alone and slept in another room, that doesn't sound like a shared night together in any normal sense. So how does a photo that supposedly shows them having dinner on September 9th suddenly turn into this big gotcha moment? Like it proves she couldn't have been anywhere else around that time? It doesn't. And that's exactly why people are mad. Because here's the quiet part nobody wants to say out loud. Erika has never clearly accounted for the evening of September 8th. Every explanation keeps jumping forward to September 9th, almost like if they focus on that day hard enough, people will forget about the night before.
And that morning he woke up super early and he came into our bedroom, into the bathroom, because that's where his wedding ring was and his necklace. And he came in and he grabbed that, and then he left. I didn't even get to give him a kiss goodbye.
And this is the part people keep pointing out too, because this isn't even the first time Erika has been accused of not telling the full truth. Erika has publicly said that she hadn't dated anyone for 5 years before meeting Charlie Kirk, like she was completely single, waiting, untouched by any serious relationship. Except online, photos started circulating showing her in a relationship with Cabot Phillips. And that immediately raised eyebrows because now people are asking why that part of her life suddenly disappeared from the story.
I'm laying in my daughter's bed and I can't sleep. It took me months to even walk into my bedroom.
She's also said in interviews that she didn't drink, didn't party, didn't live that kind of lifestyle. But then clips of her drinking started popping up online, and again, it wasn't about the drinking itself. It was about why she felt the need to deny it in the first place.
I don't drink. I find it unproductive, not because I'm holier than whatever. I just don't operate that way.
Then there's her pageant history and her earlier ties to Donald Trump, all of which happened long before she ever met Charlie. People started realizing she was already moving in powerful circles, already connected, already positioned, and that's when the rumors really took off. Some people online even claim she was a plant. Others go further and say she was Charlie's handler. And yes, there are even wild theories tying her to Mossad, which Erika herself has brushed off and said doesn't surprise her, calling it all conspiracy talk. But here's the thing, when people point out these contradictions, it's not about being petty or nitpicking every detail of her life. It's about pattern recognition, because when someone's story keeps changing depending on the moment, people stop giving the benefit of the doubt and start asking why so many things don't line up.